But how I grew a will was constantly doing these things. To now, it's just life. I wake up, while it still sucks, it's just life. You don't sit back and like, oh my God, like I have days I don't want to do it, but I know I'm going to do it. I know from years of just doing it.
Let's go. And then once I get moving, and once I'm 3 sets in and 4 sets in and I'm covered in sweat, now we're fine. Now we know what to do. And now I embrace the exertion and all is good. But I have to do it all over again the next day. And the next day is the same thing.
When it was hard, I did it anyway. That's who I've always been. Can't stand quitters.
You create your own self. Most people are missing something because there's so much trapped.
But still, to me, like every time I go to the gym, I'm like, oh boy, here we go. Like I know now that I just have to do it. And it doesn't matter how I feel, I'm going to do the work. And because I've just established that. When I get there, as soon as I get there, it's go time.
That wasn't how I lived. That wasn't how I lived. I woke up like every human being does and goes, fuck man, I'm a fucking piece of shit today. How the hell is this gonna work out for me? And you fight that. And you fight that. You don't override it. There's no override button. It's the conversation in your fucking, like, in your head. So how do you do that?
That's the difference between a person who can overcome and a person who gives in to those feelings. And some people have never overcome, so they don't even know the beautiful feeling of accomplishing something that's difficult because they've never done it. They've sort of embraced the idea that it's fun to be lazy. It's great to be a slob. It's great to live in this world. And so that's the last thing I'd ever want to do is exercise. Get the fuck out of here. And they pretend that they're wise in their choice, that there's some sort of frivolous nature to physical activity. But physical activity is mental activity. You just don't think of it that way because your mind is forcing your body to do the work.
You have to do the hard work first. If there's no hard work, there's no smart work. So someone's gonna sit there and go, I work smart, I don't work hard, so I only have to work an hour a day. If working smart gets you a lot done in an hour a day, then you should work smart for 12 hours a day and get 12 times the work done. I am absolutely and utterly a believer in hard work. I'm a proponent of hard work. I have all this money and all I do is work. My entire life is work. Quitters are the worst people on the planet. You can give a quitter absolutely everything and they will still fail. So if you're the kind of person who's gonna quit because it's hard, then fuck off.
This thing that we all have, everyone has, not just me, I mean everybody that does anything has. And it's like this voice in your head that wants you to do nothing.
And this dude goes, you were blessed with a strong mind. Like, the hell are you talking about? It's blessed with a strong mind. That's something that you have to develop.
And if you don't have that kind of tenacity, you're never gonna be anything. So the people who come along and talk about passive income, they sound like quitters to me. They sound like people who don't wanna work. I love work. I'm ready to work. I'll dig a hole. Bro, you offer me $1 billion right now and give me a shovel, I'll dig a hole. I don't give a fuck. Give me the shovel, give me the money. I will dig a hole. I'm not afraid of it.
And the same work that you discuss in the War of Art with resistance, I think that applies to many, many things that people do during the day. How many people are out there that want to start a business? They have a desire to do this thing, but there's something that keeps them from doing it. There's this little thing, they get lazy, they want to watch TV, they eat ho-hos and drink Coca-Cola and just don't ever do it. And then maybe tomorrow, maybe one day. Well, in 2023, as soon as January comes around, that's my New Year's resolution. And why do New Year's resolutions exist? They exist because you're not living right now. If you were living correctly right now, you wouldn't need a New Year's resolution. You would just live. You're in a constant state of struggle, mentally and physically, every day. And you can take steps to mitigate that struggle and make it manageable and make your experience better as a human being on Earth. But it requires work.
And people don't want to look at life that way. They want to talk about work-life balance and being lazy and all this crap. I don't believe in any of that. I believe in, if you want to win, you have to outcompete the man who's prepared to do nothing but work. It's player versus player. If you're going to sit there and go, I don't want to work more than an hour a day, well, the guy who does want to work more than an hour a day is going to beat you. And no matter how smart you are, there's always a smart dude who's doing the same smart work you are for more hours than you're doing it. That's just the nature of the game.
You would just keep on trucking. Yeah. That's what you would do.
Yeah.
But we all have it inside of us. We just have varying levels of it. No one is a fully actualized, 100% realized potential. No one. You do the the best you think you can do given what you have available in terms of resources right now, but maybe you could even better. And if you don't think that way, you're not going to get there.
Shoot the fucking gun. Shoot. And as long as you're aiming in the general direction you're supposed to, no matter what you do the first time you shoot that gun, you're going to have to adjust the scope. So shoot the fucking gun so you know how far you're off. Every business pivots. Every workout plan is going to pivot. Everything is going to change. You have to shoot the gun to know how far you're off, and then you start honing it in, and then you actually have a little bit of positive momentum that'll get your ass up and going. So shoot the fucking gun, miss on purpose, be imperfect on purpose, take action over everything, because you're never going to do it perfect anyway. So just go.
You just don't think of it that way. You think of it as being physical, brute, grunt work for cavemen. But the reality is, it's the mind that forces the body to do that. You must have a strong mind in order to get that done. So a strong mind is not just one that can do calculus. A strong mind is not just one that can write books. A strong mind is one that controls the body and all of its inherent weaknesses and all of its urges to be lazy and sedentary and self-destructive. That's a strong mind.
Player versus player. Now, if I wake up, I've already got this massive head start over you in life. And nearly every genetic gift, plus all my finances, plus my network. And I wake up and I decide, even though I don't feel like working, I'm going to work my ass off. And you wake up way down there, PM, and you can't be bothered to work. What chance do you have against men like us? You don't stand a chance. You can't get the girl. We'll take the girl off you. We'll bankrupt your ass. We'll kick you out your house. You name it. You don't stand a chance. Now, if you're going to wake up and look in the mirror and understand that you're absolutely not really crushable, that you're a rabbit and that lions exist, and that's not going to motivate you to do something about it, then you're a lost cause.